Okay, that's me, School Athletics Carnival 2016. As you can see, I'm falling, and for some reason they decided to publish this photo in the newsletter. Ever since that day, I sought to redeem myself. So I started running the bay. It's about 6.6 kilometers, but we'll round that up to 7. The ultimate goal is to get a sub 30-minute time, so I ran it once a week, and eventually, by the start of 2023, I was running sub 5-minute kilometers, which totals to about 32 minutes overall. And as it turns out, I'm actually the reincarnation of Forrest Gump, as others began to join me. And so, the beginning of a running group so elite was created. In our fight to combat all the pacists, we call ourselves the Patriarchy. By March, I was able to run at a 440km pace, about 31 minutes, and on April 3rd, I tried to do something that would be the catalyst for my running greatness. I decided to run the bay twice. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. Apart from my legs deciding to go numb after the 8th kilometer, I kept a pretty decent pace at 5:09, about 1 hour and 9 minutes in total. Anyway, at the end of April, they decided to do some construction on the bay, so now there's a bit of a detour, which now actually makes the runs 7 kilometers instead of the 6.6. But nevertheless, the runs continued, and consistency was maintained. But something was missing. Sure, running had become part of my routine, but I was slowly losing my drive to run really super duper ultra fast. But on the 25th of June, after another 14km run with the Patriarchy, it all changed. I decided to run the City2Surf. Now, the City2Surf is where you run from the city to the surf. It's about 14 kilometers and extremely uphill. Now, I've got the 14 kilometers, but the extremely uphill part. Now it was time to get serious. I started to up the runs to about 2 bay runs per week, with a 14km run every fortnight. I also did some 1km of sprint work to mix it up a bit. And in the words of Fabrizio Romano, here we go. After some research, I learned a couple of things. The key to running slow is to be able to talk very easily while running. So that's what I'm doing right now. Talking very easily. This is too easy. This is difficult because I live my life by the gospel of Sonic the Hedgehog, so I gotta watch to try and track my runs a bit better. Oh, this is crack. And after getting the running watch, it was like back in 2015 when Pizza Hut released Doritos Crust Pizza. Game changer! Yeah, running's pay to win. I buy the watch, I now can play music from the watch, now I don't need my phone, and that's 40 seconds off my best time immediately. Did you know the watch also shows how mentally slow you are? Because I've been trying 3 weeks to run a slow run, and every single time, it doesn't count as low aerobic. So this is where I learned about the heart rates, and I put together a brilliant guide to running data, so you can stop Pinteresting on your phone and start running, you lazy pieces of... Oh yeah, I still hadn't actually registered for City2Surf.
Get out of here.
I knew I could run 14 kilometers, but what I didn't know was how the uphill course was going to affect me. Luckily, I had access to one of the trainers of all time, Johnny. Hey Johnny.
All good, mate?
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
So it looks like a nice jog.
Yep.
When you hit the light pole.
Mm-hmm. Now the key here was to develop both my speed and uphill acclimation. With only 2 weeks to go, I needed to get used to hill running ASAP.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nice. Cover on the way down.
After the sprints, we did a fart leg, which is a funny word that kind of sounds like
Not funny. That's not the kind of humor we do on this show.
1 minute, easy pace. 45 seconds at his actual running pace. And then we're doing 30 seconds harder sprint pace. So when I spoke to Jaden, he hadn't done much hill sprinting or interval training, 5-leg training, just flat running. So I thought this would be benefit for him to change the heart rate up a little bit more, hit the different working zones. At 30 seconds and you're done, all right? 30 seconds and you're done. Give it 30 seconds, come on. 30 seconds, hard, 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 hard. Look at this guy trying to stop on me. He's going for it. Good man. You know what? You know, what's an extra 15 seconds gonna do? Let him go, let him cook. He knows, he knows.
As the City2Surf crept closer and closer, I was feeling pretty good. I finally recorded a low aerobic run, and I bought some new running shoes since my current ones were pretty worn out.
Oh, so that's what the shoes are supposed to look like. Oh, we are in the big leagues now.
On the first run with the new shoes, I managed to be the 5th fastest in the world for the bridge run, so I guess it was a pretty good investment. And then I saw this. They're holding a race on my turf this week? Well, I gotta enter that. So how am I going to prepare for this race?
I'm going to do nothing.
I need you to get up.
No. Please. I need you to film. How can I film? I'll ruin my time. You have 2 minutes.
Stop.
You have 2 minutes.
Race day was upon us, and while this is my home course, there were some changes that I would need to adapt to.
Normally it's 7Ks, today's 7.3 because they've got some construction, so it can be a bit slower in the times. Instead of starting in my normal spot, we're starting in Leichhardt Oval and we're running out anti-clockwise. So see how that affects my times. Aiming for a 31. I think we'll do good today.
Well, of course it doesn't. The rain has cleared, and we're about 25 minutes away from the start of Bayrun 2022.
Of course, there were still things that remained the same.
Look at the secret ingredient. Naruto opening. There he goes.
You dropped your phone.
Oh, thank you.
After that slow start, I pushed myself a bit to get back on track, getting a 4:01 on the first kilometre. The next kilometre had a big hill, so my time decreased a fair bit to a 4:24. We pulled it back with a 4:05 on the third kilometre, which was insanely fast for me, probably too fast, as the next few kilometres were 4:17, 4:24 and 4:19 respectively. This was still crazy fast for me. The competition adrenaline made me run faster than I have ever done the Bay Run before, and on that 7th kilometre, I looked at my watch and saw that I finally achieved my lifelong goal, a 29-minute, 59-second, 7-kilometre run. Meanwhile, at the finish line,
No. Second place won't be that bad. Oh, wait. Alright. Maybe third place. There's 17th. There's 18th. There's 19th coming up. There's 49th, 50th. Alright, 51st, 52nd, 53rd, 54th. There he is. Oh, go athlete.
I crossed the finish line at 83rd place, but more importantly achieving that 31-minute time that we were after. There was no time for celebration. This was just a warm-up race, and so exactly 1 week later, it was time for the real thing.
So I set up a plan and I've created the greatest Spotify playlist of all time. It goes for an hour and 9 minutes. I'm hoping to finish at least an hour and 5 minutes because, just doing a bit of estimates, I think the uphill is going to kill me. But the plan is, try and run 4:30, 4:20 up until Heartbreak Hill, which is at the 6 kilometers. After the 6 kilometers for that, during that large hill, I want to maybe go to 5 to 5:15 in my case. And then once it's all downhill, I'm going to use everything and go 4:20.
This was it. The moment, 2 months in the making. Nothing else matters until I cross that finish line.
We've run up and down, we've done the drills. Now I want you to go out there and have some fun.
Taking down the sweat.
So 1 hour, 5 minutes and 46 seconds. Not bad. Not bad at all. This race really showed me just how flat the bay run is, because even the flat areas of this race were basically hills. And with my first City2Surf out of the way and my sub 37k completed, it's time for some new goals. Maybe a marathon.